Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here, once again. Right, collection update time again. Let's go. Yeah, anyway, you may recall actually, in my last collection update, I was talking about a trip that I was going to make to Play Expo in Glasgow, and that I was going to like buy loads of like retro games and spend way too much money. Well, Play Expo's been and went, and I only bought like 4 games. Yeah, I was surprisingly tame at Play Expo. I don't know why, but I guess first thing in this video, let's go over my Play Expo haul, shall we? First one I got here is UEFA Striker. Yeah. I only bought this because it was literally like £4 brand new, and I just wanted the good case, to be honest, because a game that I did buy that I got a good deal on because it was actually a bit of a shitty case was this right here. Gumbar 2. I've seen this game a lot over the years, and I know that Gumbar 1 and 2 are on the Switch now. I'm not sure who developed it. I don't think Capcom is the developer. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it's a 2D shmup game, you know, with some really charming art, characters, and the game is quite fun. I've played through it on the baby mode. I think it's literally called the baby mode, you know, the easiest difficulty setting. But no, that's good shit. Gumbar 2, I quite like that. Don't know if I'll bother to pick up the first one. I keep hearing the first one's not as good. I suppose I could get them on the Switch if I was like really curious. But no, that's quite cool. And next I have this. I picked up Fighters Megamix, the Japanese version. The only reason I picked up this actually was because I know that the Japanese version has Pepsi Man in it. So I was like, I'll get the version of Fighters Megamix that has Pepsi Man, sure. And, I see actually, I didn't notice this, they actually advertise the fight stick there on the back. I think that's the exact same fight stick that I have up there now. No, wait, it's not. I'm talking pish, never mind. But it's cool to have that. And the last game that I picked up at Play Expo was this. I picked up Sonic Adventure, the Dreamcast version. Now, what's interesting about this is that this is like the vanilla version of Sonic Adventure 1, released in 1998 in Japan. And I know for a fact that this version is a lot more glitchy than the version that we got overseas. And Sonic Adventure is already a pretty fucking glitchy game, so I'm actually just very curious to see how this plays. Okay, they actually re-released the game. I think it was literally called like Sonic Adventure USA or something, which was apparently much more lesser glitchy, I suppose. It even says no resale. Ooh, I bought this as a single thing. Does that mean it's illegal? I don't know, but anyway, that's cool to have. Can't wait to give it a little go. Sonic Adventure, the Japanese version. Okay, and one last Dreamcast game here, actually. Right, here we have Tame Stalkers. Now, story about this, right? I was not aware. I've known about this game for a while, but it's got like really bad reviews anywhere you look, okay? I was not aware that this was actually a sequel to Landstalker for the Mega Drive. One of my favourite Mega Drive games, you know, action RPG sort of thing. And that's what this game is. So I was like, oh shit, that game's a Landstalker, Tame Stalker. It's plural, but you know, it's not the easiest thing to overlook, but yeah, so I was like, okay, let's try this out, and I popped it in, and one thing I noticed right away is that there was a lot of similarities to Evolution for the Dreamcast. Do I have it right here? Yes, I do. Hold on. Yeah, here's Evolution for the Dreamcast. A pretty good game, all things considering. Not the best RPG you'll play on the Dreamcast, but a very charming one. You know, the game just screams early Dreamcast, and I love it. This game, right away, you can tell it's not really as well made. The combat's a bit iffy, the graphics are a bit iffy. There's a lot of similarities, it's just more iffy. And actually, I played it for a few minutes, and I got to a point in a dungeon where a prompt came up on the screen that said something like, feeling a bit hungry. And it was at that moment, it's like, this game has a hunger meter. And I turned it off. Sorry, can't be arsed. Can't be arsed, I'm not putting up with that. Not the impression I was getting, but I guess it's still cool to have. You know, the sequel to Landstalker, my little like you know the excuse me, the developer's called Climax Entertainment. It's nice to have more of their games, I suppose, because I am a big fan of their other stuff. Next up, I have, for no reason at all really, Excitebike 64. I have the first. Do I have the first Excitebike? I think I do. I've certainly played it a lot. Never played this, but I figured it's cheap. Why not? N64 games. Yay. Okay, and the last two that I have here, this is actually quite a quick collection update. You may remember also in my last collection update, I was talking about Persona Q2 for the 3DS and how I actually recommend that everybody go out and pick that up because it's likely going to be one of the very last 3DS games, or at least, you know, big 3DS games that are coming out that's maybe worth people's attention. But that honestly got me thinking, and I thought, are there any other like late in its life cycle Switch games that I kept meaning to pick up but didn't? And I thought of a couple, so I figured, what the fuck, why not like get them? Here we have Ever Oasis. This was from the same guy that did the Mana games over at back in the day, and I think, I'm not 100% sure, I think it's like a sort of a Harvest Moon style game, but also a proper action RPG on top of it. Maybe like the Atelier games, I don't know. But I know that all the characters in this game have like spirits in Smash Brothers, so Nintendo is very like proud to have their name all over this game. So yeah, I figured couldn't go wrong with giving this a try. And this one right here, okay guys, I swear to God, okay, this game, I went up to my friends and I said to them, here, I've started playing this game, guys, and I bet you anything it is the game that you would think I'm least likely to play in the world. And I wholeheartedly think that. Detective Pikachu. Yeah. I don't play Pokemon, guys, okay? So this is the spin-off of the Pokemon game, and it was just like, I just really impulse bought it, if I'm honest, which is pretty mental. But yeah, I'm currently playing through it, and it's pretty good. It's really just like Miles Edgeworth without the cross-examining. You know, you're going about places, gathering evidence, and finding testimony, and it's a proper like detective adventure game, you know? And it's alright, it's alright. It's not like the best adventure game I've ever played, but it's alright, and it is probably going to be the first Pokemon game that I ever beat. Unless you count Pokemon Snap. I did play that a fair bit back in the day on the N64, but still, the first Pokemon game with a story that I'm going to beat. It's pretty mental, so yeah, that's also a thing. And that's that. It was actually quite brief, wasn't it? Let's see how good we can be from here on. Judgment for the PS4 is actually out next week, so expect to see that next video. So, yeah. See you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.